tell you that you're going to solve equations for the rest of Algebra 1, Algebra 2, if you go to pre-calc or anything like that. It is absolutely, like, important that you know how to solve equations. You cannot be successful in algebra, geometry, algebra 2, nothing if you do not know how to solve equations. Okay, that's not me trying to, like, make you feel some type of way. It's just, that's the truth. Okay, so, but there are 4 groups when you solve equations, okay? So, the plus and minus, okay, those go together. They're kind of like best friends, but they're opposites as well, okay? And then we have multiplication and division, okay? And those go together, okay? If you do not know that by now, you need to memorize it, okay? Multiplication and subtraction go together, or multiplication, what you call it? Addition. Addition and subtraction go together, and multiplication and division go together. Nick, you need a pencil? You just thought he was going to sit there? Yes. Help him out. What are you doing? Okay, so if we're looking at number 1, the whole goal or objective with these is to get the letter by itself. Okay? And so there's 2 sides to an equal sign. There's this side and this side, okay? So we want the letter side by itself. The letter never gets moved. And so we can look at this and say, well, there's a 2 with the K, okay? Well, how do I move a plus 2? Okay, well, the plus goes with the minus, so we're going to say minus 2. And the general rule in algebra is if you do it to one side, you got to do it to the other side. So we say minus 2. Okay, well, what is 2 minus 2? 0. And so, and you can just say, well, then they cancel, okay? But they cancel because they equal 0. That's the whole point. So over here, you're left with K, and we have equals negative 15 minus 2, negative 17. Be nice. Okay, look at 3. Okay, we're trying to get n by itself, so what needs moved?
Negative 8.
The negative 8. How do I move a minus 8?
You add 8.
We add 8, okay? So plus and minus go together, so we say plus 8. If I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other side of the equal sign. So we say plus 8. Okay, so I'm left with n equals negative 5 plus 8. You sure? Look at you. It was 3. Why you start second guessing yourself and you guys calling him stupid and start erasing your stuff? Okay, look at 5. We got 7p. Okay, so these are right next to each other. See how like the negative 7 and the p is right next to each other. If something is right next to each other, that means multiply. Okay, and so if it's multiply, what do we need to do to move it? Divide. Okay, multiplication and division go together. So we're going to say divide by negative 7. If I do it to one side, I do it to the other side. Okay, so I got p equals 70 divided by negative 7. What? You sure?
Yeah.
Why you say no and then yeah? Yeah, so it's negative 10. Okay, but I will say, make sure you use your calculator. Not hating on your math or nothing, but when you start adding and subtracting with positives and negatives, it's just better. Okay, 7. We got x over 2. What's over mean? It means divide, so what do we need to do? We need to multiply. So we're going to say multiply by what? 2. Okay, we're trying to get x by itself. If I multiply one side by 2, I need to multiply the other side by 2. So I got x equals 2 times 20, 40.
You said 4. I said 40, dude. You said 4, bro. You heard the 4.
Okay, 9. What needs moved? The 13 needs moved. Okay, how do I move that 13? We need to multiply because why? Yeah, so right now the problem is division, so we need to multiply by 13. So we got r equals 5 times 13, what? Huh? 75? You sure?
Yeah,
65?
Yep.
I don't know what it is.
65.
65. Who said that, bro? Me, bro. Who? Slap you up, bro.
Shut up, you ain't gonna slap nobody. I know, I really.
Bro,
Stop.
he's not crashing.
Okay, 11. What kind of problem is this?
Division.
So right now it's multiplication, so we need to do what? Division. Okay, so we're gonna say divide by what?
4.
Divide by 4. Divide by 4. So m equals 32 divided by 4. 8. $13. What kind of problem is this? It's division. Okay, the only part you need to look at is over here. Okay, and so that part is division, so we need to do what? We need to do multiplication, and we're going to multiply by what? By 13. Okay, if I multiply one side by 13, I need to multiply the other side by 13. Okay, 9 over 13 times 13. You're going to have to use it on these type of calculators, okay? Your guys' phones won't work when you're doing fractions, okay?
Can you give me a bucket? Let's go on Safari and look it up.
Yeah, you could. See how well that worked out for you?
Right.
Multiply that, what are you doing?
Bro, why does it say 9?
You type it in right?
It just said 9.
It is 9. It's goofy. It's 9.
It's 9, y'all.
What? What's wrong with this calculator? I know. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. Who cares? You shouldn't care because your grade is good. I can't say the same for some people.
Cool myself up here.
Huh? I wouldn't say it to none of y'all. You guys are feeling guilty. I was not saying that. Okay, 15. What type of problem is this? It's multiplication, so we need to do what? We need to divide. By what? 8. Negative 72 divided by 8 is what? Negative 9. 17. What needs moved?
Negative 6.
Negative 6. How do we move a minus 6?
Add 6.
Plus 6 plus 6. So I got negative n equals negative 15 plus 6.
Negative 9.
Negative 9. Okay, this one, I put it on here intentionally because this is technically a two-step problem. Today we're doing one-step problems, meaning there is one step to do and that's it. Okay, but all of these, see how it says x equals. If you look on this other page, it says k equals, n equals. It does not say negative p equals, negative x equals. Okay, so you cannot have the negative out there, and so there's really a 1 in front of this, right? And so then your next step would be to do what? Divide by negative 1. Okay, this is a two-step problem. There are two steps. Our first step was to add 6. Our second step was to divide by negative 1. Okay, and so you're going to end up with n equals 9. Okay, and so that's what we'll be doing tomorrow is two-step problems. Okay, 19. What kind of problem is this?
Division.
It's division, so we need to do what? Multiply by
7.
times 7. So you're gonna get x equals
20.
negative 20.
Negative
21. What type of problem is it? It's subtraction, so we need to do what? Addition. Okay, so we're gonna say plus 20, plus 20. We got x equals negative 38 plus 20,
Negative 18.
negative 18.
I'm just saying.
23, what needs moved?
14.
The 14, how do I move it?
Divide it.
Divided by 14, divided by 14. So you got m equals 168 divided by 14.
8.
I don't know. You guys are saying different stuff. I don't know what you want me to do. It's 12?
12.
25, what needs moved? The 14, okay, so we say divided by negative 14, divided by negative 14. We got b equals negative 112 divided by negative 14. 8? I don't know. I don't trust the football players. Is it 8?
8.
Okay. I trust you. Just not this group.
I got the answer right now, so.
Okay, cross off 27 and 29. Okay, you guys are gonna do all the even ones, get them done, and then put it back in the box.